Creatures of the night, let's talk about Ring of Honor. Honestly, there's not much to talk about. They have consistently given us really, really great wrestling and quality shows since the Final Battle pay-per-view back in December, and they have really, really impressed me the last month or so. However, good things come to an end. Tonight was the first time where I'm just realizing, okay, we are going down another path, and I'm not digging it. The episode was 1 hour and 7 minutes. It's not horrible. However, the show was not great. In comparison to what we've been getting consistently, I did not care for this at all. Matter of fact, I could have missed this and felt completely fine. Well, except for the opening match. I just want to say this before I talk about the results, because really there's nothing to talk about. Since yesterday, AEW has started filming with their Dynamite, Rampage, Collision, and maybe Ring of Honor. Not 100% sure about that, but I have confirmed, obviously, the other shows have been filmed on the same freaking night. Imagine you being at the shows and you sitting through Dynamite, Rampage, and Collision all on the same night. That's crazy, especially on a weeknight. That's insane. Now, Ring of Honor, I don't know what they're doing with that. So that's actually going to be going on for the next few weeks. And then they got a Canadian tour going on too. So they're not going to be having live collisions. And this is where they usually film Ring of Honor. So either before Collision or after Collision is when they film the shows. They put them all together and then we get them on Thursday night. That's going to be an issue moving forward, because I do believe the quality of these shows are going to suffer a lot, because there's not a lot of time for them to put out for Ring of Honor. They don't do house shows. They're only going to just really be on TV one night a week trying to film all these shows. So I don't know what's going to happen with Ring of Honor. Tonight we only had one women's match for the semifinals for the women's TV title. It was Taya Valkyrie versus our Queen Aminata. And I'm watching this and I'm like, man, these girls are tearing it down. We had obviously Johnny TV, who's ringside looking pretty and distracting everyone, obviously, including Queen Aminata. She's trying to keep her head in the game. However, I was really surprised to see her take the win. So she's going to advance to the finals. Well, not the finals. Well, whatever they're on right now, she's going to advance. And I really was not expecting that. I honestly saw Taya making it at least to the finals with someone else on the other side of the bracket. And Queen Aminata has won, and I am so grateful. We have been wanting her to have a lot of victories in AEW. Unfortunately, most of her victories have only been on Ring of Honor, with only one victory on AEW TV, which was the night that she became Elite. Now, she won. She cuts a promo later on and letting everyone know that only one woman can win this whole damn tournament, and it's gonna be her. So Queen Aminata, I'm rooting for you. This was a really great match, and the only women's match actually on the whole damn show, which is surprising because consistently we would get in 3 to 4 women's matches a night going into this tournament, and tonight they had no other women's matches for the tournament for the TV title, which was a little strange to me. Now, we had Lee Johnson versus Mike Sydal, not Matt Sydal, in a decent match. It was great to see Mike. We haven't seen him in a really long time. This is the first time that he's been with Ring of Honor since they, started off with Tony Khan and whatnot. Decent match. And once again, they're putting over Lee Johnson. And Lee Johnson, baby, I want to like him. I want to cheer for him, but he just have no personality in the ring. And that right there kills it for me, because I do see the potential, but he's just not grabbing the audience, I don't think. And I don't think that I can 100% blame it on him. I do think the company has to allow them to do more too. And I'm just not feeling it. Now, after this, I was even more upset. We had Commander versus Blake Christian. Blake Christian is one of the best over there in Ring of Honor. He is just so flawless. He's often in the indies, so I don't really know if he's actually signed with AEW Ring of Honor, but he's often on the show. What is in this Commander Kool-Aid that's over there that everybody just love this guy, that he's always taking these wins? And I'm just like, I just don't see it. He comes, like, he's talented, but he comes out and do the same thing and wins every time. But I always enjoy his opponents more than him. And then Alex Abraham says, that outfit you had on tonight, bro, where's your stylist? Or if your stylist recommended that to you, fire them. In my opinion, we've seen a variation between Blake Christian and Commander in that 4-way match from last week. And every single time I see Commander in the ring with someone, I'm like, yeah, you're great, but the person you're in the ring with is better. This kind of makes me feel like maybe he is probably going to be #1 contender for the TV title. That would be an interesting matchup to see Commander versus Kyle Fletcher. Kyle Fletcher has visa issues. And then we have our boy, Wheeler Yuta, who is, I don't know, injured, vacationing, something with the Pure title. We have not seen him in over a month now, and they have not given us any type of update or anything about Wheeler Yuta at all. So I don't know what's going on with that. But like I said, when it comes to Commander, he got some things that he got going on or whatever. But in terms of me seeing him grabbing a TV title, a Pure title, I can see that because they seem to really be pushing him towards something, but I just always enjoy his opponents better than what I see him doing in the ring. Now we do have our minion Overlord, who comes out with Lexi Nair and Billy Starks, and she's upset that Lexi had been running around with Dalton Castle. Dalton Castle been having his little mental breakdown, and for whatever reason, Lexi Nair have always been dragged into it. And she's like, bitch, stay away from Dalton Castle and whatever mental issues she got going on. You over here with me, the minion Overlord. And she's talking about her accomplishments and everything. And then Billy Starks is like, well, I'm in the tournament and I've been advancing. And then Athena goes, well, you won against Robin Renegade. Like, that's nobody. Like, of course she was going to win. Now, Billy Starks is feeling some type of way because she feels like she's not getting the credit she deserves for advancing in the tournament. If anything, Athena is hard to please. And Billy Starks, if she really wants to impress Athena, she's just going to have to win the whole damn thing, which I'm kind of afraid is what's going to happen. Up next, and what was probably my favorite match, but pretty quick, was Taiji Ishimori versus Jacoby Watts. They had a really great match. It was really short, but really effective. Taiji is like, hey, I'm looking to get a contract. I'm looking for somebody to sign me, so I'm going to impress tonight. And I really did enjoy him. He had great camera presence. And I really felt like, okay, business is picking up a little bit with this match. However, it was a little bit more on the short side. I don't know why they seemed like they was rushing things. And another thing too, I realized like during the first match, there was something weird with the commentary and hearing the crowd at the same time. It just felt like these two things happened at two different times. Commentary must have happened maybe at the house or something, while we got the crowd who's obviously there in the present. They're making noise, but something about it just felt like there was at like two different places. I don't know. That bothered me a little bit. However, that was probably one of my favorite matches, along with the opening match with Taya and Queen Aminata. Really quick, but I would love to see both these guys back on Ring of Honor again. This is their first time. Well, Jacoby might have been with Ring of Honor before last year, but Ishimori has not been with Ring of Honor for more than 5 years now, so it was great to see him back, and I'm looking forward to see more. Now, main event, Dalton Castle versus Johnny TB. They've been wanting to Johnny been trying to keep away from Dalton for the longest, for months now. They finally had their match. Was it worth the watch? Not really. Yeah, they played into the whole comedy thing. They're fighting for the custody of the boys. And, you know, it was fun, but was it worth it? No. Is something more going to come out of it? Absolutely. Which is why I feel like they didn't give us their all. What was funny was Dalton was coming out. He looked disheveled as usual, but then the Iron Savages came out with a little go-go juice or whatever that is, gave it to him. He drunk it, and all of a sudden he is just on top of the world and he's ready for this match. But like I said, the whole comedy aspect of it really played a huge role into this. So the quality of the match was not that great. Didn't really care for it, but there was entertainment, so it was what it was. I was a little sports entertained. Yes, Johnny TV does win, and he and Taya got custody of the boys. They dragged the boys all the way backstage. Nothing Dalton Castle can do because his ass lost the match. Was the show watchable? I mean, if you want a little TV noise in the background, you want to look up here and there, sure, go ahead. But I'm really disappointed with how it went. And going forward, I do feel like it's not going to be that great. Because obviously with the whole, with them filming all these shows in one night, I'm not expecting much. But guys, thanks so much for watching my review. I'll be back tomorrow with Rampage.